So I'm going to do the EGR valve on the Lincoln. I got some time today. We got a little slow. I went into parts and I asked them for a EGR valve, thinking that they would know that I want a Ford one, but instead they ordered me a Napa one. The good thing about the Napa one is Napa is 12,000 miles more and 3-year warranty through the dealer. So it's 3 years, 36,000 miles, where Ford is only 24,000 miles in 2 years. So now at this point, we are in the shop. I'm letting the engine heat up a little because it's cold up. And there she is. I went ahead, you see how I've had the connector unplugged because it was malfunctioning. I am going to, here in a second, start pulling stuff apart and transferring everything over. It's not hard. This is like 1.125" or 1.16" this nut back here, but because I've already broke it loose once, it's not that big a deal. And then you got a couple 10 mils that hold this bracket on. I've already got the back one loose. I thought, well, you know what? I need to start recording this before I go any further. So I'll pull the bracket off. I'll spray this one more time, even though I really don't need to, with some PB Blaster. And then I'll break it loose, and then I'll go ahead and pull the 10 mils out. Pull this off, swap the other one over, and then I'll show you what this one looks like inside. I'll drive this for a few days and see if it clears, and then we'll go from there. So I'm looking in this one, and I could see the Car I.D. one. It's literally like all coming apart inside there. The material. Let's see if I can focus. I don't think I can with this one. I don't know what the deal is with this thing, but anyway, here's the part number on the Napa one. And like I said, all I used was a 10 mil and an 1.125" wrench. Here's the new one installed. I'm going to run it, and I'm going to let the computer actually clear it on its own. Pretty easy fix overall. Now I do have to specify, when you go to pull that exhaust off of there from the driver's side manifold, this here, sometimes guys have to replace that tube all the way back down to the manifold because it cracks. You know, they rot out. Luckily this one's not rotted out. So that's the replacement, that easy. I mean, there's no real video involved here. You may have to spray that with some penetrating oil and stuff like that to break that big 1.125" pivoting nut on the end of that tube loose, but that's it. You got two 10 mils down there to hold that bracket on, and then get the tube loose. Do the tube before you even break the EGR nuts loose, because those nuts that the bolts that actually hold the EGR to the manifold, you keep them secured because it'll help hold everything while you break the tube loose. And if I was you, I don't know, I can't tell you what to do, but some people would probably order one of those tubes ahead of time just in case they do break it, but then you have to worry about getting it loose from the manifold. But I've already had these manifolds off, so I already knew, you know, if I needed to get it off, I could. It's that simple. That's how you replace the EGR on this thing. Thanks, guys.